By now, I know that you are an African entrepreneur on the continent, an African entrepreneur around the world, but you've started your journey to be part of Africa's business heroes. And even though I don't know each and every one of you individually, I can already feel that the word proud should be used. Like I said before, my name is Anita Erskine. And if you're joining us, wherever you're joining us from, you are extremely welcome, if I may say, to the ABH family. Today, we're going to be going over conversations with some of our heroes, with our judges, with our partners. And at the end of the program, we also have an opportunity to jump into a series of conversations. We're going to be jumping into smaller rooms where we can extend the conversation across industry, from agriculture to IT to education and training. We have it all available for you. But before we go on into those breakout sessions, we need to bring you a big conversation. The conversation about convincing your audience why your business is essential and why your business will answer some really important questions and satisfy some concerns that your audience may have. So if I do have your attention, I would like to start off this great conversation by telling you a few things about the power of storytelling. Now, the continent of Africa is really essentially divided into so many powerful countries, sometimes 53, some say it's 54, but whatever it is, as much as we are divided, we are truly one. But as much as we are one, we're also very, very different. Through ABH, I've had the privilege of traveling this continent from the southern part to the northern part. Of course, I'm in Ghana, so I'm in the western, and then I've also seen the beautiful East. When it comes to dealing with the power of sharing your story, the one thing that I would encourage you to do is to be absolutely original, because you are. You are original. There is not one single individual, whether you are applying or you finished applying for ABH, who is the same as the next. And I'm going to say this on behalf of the ABH family. It's the one thing that we've seen. Even when two companies do provide the same service or the same product, they are beautifully different. And so in that power that you have right now of applying, finishing your application, and hopefully just seeing yourself grow into the ABH family, my biggest word of advice to you is not to forget to be authentic. Be authentically Egyptian. Be authentically South African. Be authentically Zimbabwean. Be authentically you. Do not look at what the person next to you is doing to replicate what they're doing, but do remember that the source of your business comes from you, comes from your heart, comes from your experiences. So we ask you to be authentic. Now, the next thing is, Africa is created, I would say, out of the plethora of problems we have. When people talk about Africa, some may say, people don't say the nice things about Africa. People don't celebrate Africa enough. People only talk about the problems that we have. Okay, fine. So we do have problems as a continent. We do have issues. But this new generation of Africans is thinking about the other side of the story, thinking outside of the box. And outside that box means being able to find the solution. We are the solution to the continent's problems. And as many times that we may sit on a plane and go to the other side of the world, we truly are the continent's solution. And it's time to sell it. Let your business outline how you appreciate the problem, but at the same time, sell the concept of your business being the solution to the problem. After all, isn't that why you are an African entrepreneur? Are you an African entrepreneur because it's the nice thing to do, or it's the wonderful thing to do? No, because it is the right thing to do at this time. Why do you think we use the slogan, "It's African time"? Because it's time for us to find our solutions to our problems. No one else can solve those problems for us. So it's essential that you know that we know you are the solution. What we need you to do is sell it. Sell the idea like it's the last thing you need to do before you get off the earth. Sell the concept. Know that your audience is waiting to hear who you are. and what you have to provide. You are the solution. You are nothing less. You are Africa's solution to Africa's problem. When you have a business, and as I said before, some of us create businesses because the business comes out of our heart or the business comes out of a necessity. Listen, we've been doing this for the last, 3-4 years. And every single story you hear blows your mind because the origin of the business is always a personal experience. Maybe not necessarily even happening to the person, but happening to someone close enough for them to say, hey, you know what? This is such a big issue. It's such a big problem. And I feel driven to create a business that solves this particular problem. When you create that kind of business, you know who your audience is. You're not going to go look for your audience to see, listen, would people be happy about this or what? No, you know they need it. You know they want it because you know your audience. If by now you don't know your audience, hey, it's not all lost. And that's why we are ABH, because sometimes we see something that you don't. But I do hope you know your audience because it's to your audience that you have to appeal to. We have judges. We have so many great judges, and they will not stop till each and every one of you, top 20, top 10, understand the purpose of your business. But you know your audience. This is the time to show them. This is the time to convince them that what you have created, a product, a service, is the answer they're looking for. And you need to tell us why you know your audience. Because when you were in that factory, when you were in that engine room, when you were in that bedroom, because I know a lot of you do run your businesses from your homes, you knew that you were creating something because somebody needed it. Who is that somebody? Tell us who the person is so that we understand, so that your audience not only understands you, but they're also convinced about who you are, and they also buy into your big African dream. You are currently on a path. Now, I know it's so hard. I know it's so difficult. A lot of people, the biggest complaint is, listen, Anita, where do I get the capital from? Where do I get the right kind of resources? And that's why we're here. You've logged on today from different parts of the world, from different parts of the continent, because nobody understands your situation more than we do. But as you are on a path, the only way that we can help you to stay on the path and achieve the goal and achieve the dream is if you are consistent. There's only so much we can give you. Listen, you can win your share of the $1.5 million prize. Hooray, wow. You can be part of the top 10, fantastic. The moment you click send on that application, you are automatically part of the ABH family. But you are on your path. And the only person who can be on this path, be effective, live the African dream is you. So you've got to be consistent. And that is where sometimes the difficulty is, because we're sometimes big dreamers. I want to do this tomorrow. No. I think I want to do that. No, you have to be consistent. And you have to understand that with the consistency comes growth. With growth comes impact. And with impact comes reaching the goal that you set off or you set in the beginning. Don't forget the goal. Finally, I'm an advocate for women. And I'm in rooms where other women are. And in these rooms sometimes, and I'm just going to segue a little bit to my sisters. We don't believe that we deserve to be in that room. But let me tell you, the power of who you are, who you've become, the lessons you've learned is in knowing that you deserve to be in that room. Now, to my brothers and my sisters, this conversation we're having today is not only to convince you why it's essential to finish your application. It's to tell you that you deserve to be here. Nobody deserves to be in this place more than you. So if you woke up this morning doubting if you should I even finish this application? Oh, I don't even have the time. I would agree. Yes, things happen, but you deserve to be in this place. You deserve to finish that application. You deserve to be in the top 50, the top 20, the top 10. You deserve to be part of the ABH family because it is your time. It's not just my time, it is also your time. So this space, I'm in my office right now in Accra, Ghana, and I'm loving the space I'm in. Not just because of its aesthetic, no, but because of the impact the space allows me to make. And I don't apologize for it. It took me years to understand how to build a business. It took ABH to show me why I needed to build the business. And I honestly have no apologies, but I own the space. I own the space not just because there's a seat for me at the table, but because I believe my business has answers. And at ABH, we believe you are the solution Africa has always been waiting for. So if you heard me loud and clear, all I wanted to say, it's African time. And those 3 words are dependent 100% on each of you. Each of you Africans, from the north to the south, to the east, to the west, in the diaspora, it's your time. So if you're breaking down because things are hard, and if you're lost because COVID just threw you off, or if you've been looking for this capital and you've been knocking on doors and they're not opening, I am single-handedly, as an individual, as an entrepreneur, and then I'm here on behalf of the ABH family to say, it is your time. It's African time. And you are the solution Africa has been waiting for. My name is Anita Erskine. And with those words, I want to bring the conversation even broader.